Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Hope you have a wonderful day. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the different card that actually got given to us in the name of life, in the name of financial education, and where we at when it comes to money. So a few days ago, I actually had a conversation with somebody, and it was kind of interesting. Trying to understand where they're at in terms of their financially. Each one of us are fighting with our own demons, battles, and anything that comes in between financially. My cards got given to me in the sense of, let's say, I came here as a migrant in Australia, didn't know anything when it comes to personal finance, didn't know anything when it comes to building wealth. All I know is like I had to go to work and earn my income, pay all the bills, and that is it. That was, I guess, the life that I saw with my parents, and that was what's happening with me in my early age, in my early 20s, let's say, on my working life. You go to work, you pay your bills, and you do the same cycle. But there are also different type of cards, let's say. Some people also go into debt at a young age. Recently, I had a chat with somebody, and this particular person in their late 20s, at that age, already in debt of hundreds of thousands of dollars. Not asset debt like buying property on a mortgage, because that's still, I guess, have some sort of a good asset, let's say. But this is on a consumer debt, buying cars, something that depreciate in value, sell the car, buy another car with a bigger loan, and transfer from one to another. Anyway, it was a mess, and I was a bit shocked um, hearing the story that there's somebody out there that was close to me, that was in reach to me, at a very young age, already have a lot of debt. Then I look back, where was I at the same age bracket of that? So when I started my journey, I read a lot of books. Apparently, you have to go through a lot of debt. I purchased, or I tried to open up a business. I guess borrowed money from the bank as a leverage, because you don't build business with your own money. You don't go through, I guess, with the speed of cash. So I was in debt on that. I was looking at leveraging even more. Um, Opening up a business overseas with Australian. But anyway, it's a long story. Um, at the end of the day, at that age, I was roughly at about 20 and 30. I think it's about $50,000 in debt, but not in the hundreds. Um, and I was looking at that loan. Is like, I think everyone have to go through the hard yard first. I think everyone have to go through all of the obstacles, because all of the social media and all of the information that was given to us, it looks like, wow, this is where you should be when you're at a certain age. Um, Realistically, yes, we all make mistakes because that's how we learn. Um, but it is up to you to figure out, what do I have to do it here in order to better myself, in order for us to equip compared to where it was in our previous generation. The data that I got given was actually from my parents, or my dad actually, because he was a factory worker. As a factory worker, he just go from factory, go home, pay bills and expenses, and then go back to work. That was the cycle that I saw. And that was the cycle that I was heading towards. And I realized I didn't want that. I didn't want that. So I had to do something about it. And in order for us to do something about it, we're bound to go through lots of mistakes. Mistakes is fine, but it just happen you have to do something about it to better yourself. How do I get out of this? What do I have to do? Ask better questions, listen to a better podcast, listen to a better audio book, go through different mentality and change your mindset to better yourself. We didn't grow our account from zero to this easily. We went through lots of obstacles in order for us to get there. And I expect if anyone out there are still in on a minus, let's say, in the net worth, it is up to you to change that. It is up to you to do something about it. It is up to you to figure it out which product or services or to to better yourself. For me, I started with a lot of reading lots of financial books, personal finance books. I read a lot of those, and it helps. But at the same time, I'm not sure if anyone ever heard of this, but personal finance is 20% knowledge and 80% action. That was coming from Dave Ramsey. And for me, it's somewhat true because all the knowledge is out there for everyone out there who is willing to grab them. But it's up to you. 80% of that is actually action. You have to take the action. You actually have to control your finance. You have to control what you do with your income, how you allocate that. That is up to you to do that. You know, a basic concept of it is everyone probably know this, but you have to budget when it comes to your money. You need to know how to budget. It is a lot of struggle when we first started doing this. There's a lot of friction, and it is very uncomfortable. But after a while, you get used to it. And likewise, when you really are financially to the ground, I mean, if you are on a minus at the moment, I hate to say it, but it is up to you to make that decision. It is up to you to do something about it. And nobody's going to give you a handout. Nobody's going to give you the playbook. There's a blueprint out there, a lot of them, how to go about turning that around. And that's what I did. And I encourage anyone out there that if you're in a minus at the moment financially, do something about it and figure out a way of turning that around. And if I manage to do it, surely everyone out there should be able to do this. It's someone else actually mentioned, look, it's simple but yet so complicated at the same time. And I realized this as well because everywhere we go, we're always being marketed to a certain product and services. Hey, buy this, buy that, buy this, buy that. And that probably what minimize people in order for them to go financially better for themselves. Um, and yeah, I was a bit shocked at hearing that there are other people out there at minus hundreds of $1,000s and they on their 20s. When you do that, you're going backward. For myself, I'm trying to minimize that. I'm trying to go forward, where either on a zero base when it comes financially, or if not in a plus surplus. We're teaching our kids this at a young age because I don't want them go through what I went through when I was young. And if you don't have a role model, I guess if you know your role model is not in the same path that you want it to be, you probably need to find another role model. You need to find copy and paste someone else. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents. After hearing that what's happening to this person is like, wow, yeah, that's just got me. That's all. Um, anyway, that's just my 2 cents, guys. If you like this type of content, don't forget to subscribe, comment. Talk to you later.